On September 13, 1857, Milton Hershey was born to Swiss and German parents, Henry and Veronica Hershey. His family belonged to Pennsylvania's Mennonite community, and he grew up speaking Pennsylvania's Dutch. Milton's parents also had another girl child after him, but 4 years later, the girl died. The event constituted an early trauma for Milton. He became socially withdrawn and hardly mingled with his fellow kids. Milton didn't have the luxury of city life. Their small town was set in a rural area, and most of the locals, like Milton's parents, were subsistence farmers. He grew up helping his parents on the farm. While he was very young, he had started stopping by the farm after school to help out in any way he could. This inculcated in him the virtue of hard work and perseverance. Milton's father was irresponsible and was given to disappearing for weeks and showing up unapologetic. He was also improvident, leaving Milton's mother to be the sole provider of the family. This took its toll on the family's finances, and there was hardly enough to eat, let alone use for school fees. Because of the untold hardship Milton's family faced, he dropped out of school after his 4th grade to help his mother full-time on the farm. Milton was a boy with dreams more significant than his condition. He was well aware of his family's financial limitations, yet he dreamed of leaving their small village and build a life much greater than what he had known. His resolve to do something worthwhile led him to quit working on the farm and become an apprentice to a local printer. Although the nature of this job wasn't appealing to Milton, he continued to work as diligently as he could until he got fired. Losing his job didn't go down well with him. He found himself on a precipice about to jump into depression. There wasn't much else for him to do in a small town, and he didn't want to return to subsistence agriculture. It seemed as though he had reached an impasse, and there was no way out of his predicament, no hope for a better life. But by virtue of the years he spent toiling on the farm, he had learned how to work hard and persevere. Milton made up his mind not to wallow in the past and move on. Soon, he found another job he liked, working as an apprentice to a confectioner. While working as an apprentice, Milton studied and mastered the craft. A few years later, he moved out of the village and started his own confectionery business in Philadelphia. Although the Philadelphia business achieved middling success, Milton was relentless. He wanted more out of life. This led him to the decision to expand his trade into making caramels. The caramel business did not survive past the first few years. When it closed, Milton was again stranded in the wasteland of hopelessness. He dusted himself and forged ahead, making plans for yet another business. This new business was a company called Lancaster Caramel. It was a spin-off of his initially folded business. He was bent on making it work this time, and year after year, with so much hard work, many ups and downs, Milton eventually found the success he sought for. He later became so successful, his business bettered many multi-million-dollar companies, including the famous Hershey Chocolate Company. One of the leading causes of depression is hopelessness. We are all familiar with despair, a time when it seems our difficulties are insurmountable. Many people give up when they cannot see any light at the end of the tunnel, while others keep moving. The latter will always succeed. Desmond Tutu said, "Hope is being able to see that there's a light despite all of the darkness." A lot of things happen to us, and we lose the ability to be optimistic. This situation often leads to the death of our aspiration in business. Before a person gives up on their dream, they must first give up hope. So, it's crucial to keep hope alive. Thich Nhat Hanh said, "Hope is important because it can make the present moment less difficult to bear. If we believe that tomorrow will be better, we can bear a hardship today. Every difficulty we encounter in life can be overcome if only we keep hope alive." Pliny the Elder said, "Hope is the pillar that holds up the world. Hope is the dream of a waking man." The secret to Milton Hershey's success is his ability to hold on to hope even when it seemed pointless.